Go to your project folder. You will find one folder will get ready there. Folder name will be called project one. Something like this, project one folder. Under the project one folder, you will have some folder structure like this. Modules folder, public folder, SRC folder. Node modules is the library where entire packages are stored that is required to develop the project. Node modules, what we have. Node modules is a library that is holding entire packages that are required to develop a React or Angular project. In public folder, we have some files, HTML files, some JSON file, some text file will be there, some image we can keep. Under the SRC is the main file. SRC is the main folder where you are going to do the development work. SRC is the main folder where you are going to do the development work. Everything main concept is under the SRC. We will be writing the code, we will be creating the file under the folder called SRC folder. Okay. Now just wait a minute. In my SRC folder, I have many files. So I will delete those files. Just you don't do anything. Wait a minute. I will clear my folder. Wait for a minute. Okay, so these two command, you take the photo or you make a note somewhere how to set up the Angular environment and how to set up the project. This is to set up the environment. To set up the environment. This is for what purpose? To create new project. To create new project. To create the new project. Okay, so written. So later, once we require to set up a new project, you should not search on internet. Take the code directly and then create the new project. Okay, next after that, come to your CMD. In CMD, you will write your CMD pointing to React folder or project one folder. React, right? So let me guide you. Hold on. CD. So here you are under the React folder. You have to write here CD space Let me do that CLS. CD space project 1 and enter. CD space project 1 and enter. CD space project 1 and enter. Project 1 enter. So now you are pointing to the React / project 1. Now in this folder we have to run npm start. npm start. What is that npm start? When you have set up the Node.js, when you have installed the Node.js, one extra module is installed together, that is called Node Package Manager. npm Node Package Manager. It is a collection of library. So what we are doing, npm start once you write, you are informing to Node Package Manager, saying like, hi npm, hi Node Package Manager, please compile my project. npm start meaning is what? It is going to compile the project. Whichever the default project is set up, whichever the default code files are ready, that files are going to compile using npm start command. Okay. So if people ask how to run the React project, you will say number one, project setup should be there. I need to go to the React project folder, and there I have to write npm start. npm start command will compile the project. Whatever the source code are there, the source code will get compiled. If compilation success, if there is no any error, then what will happen? Then after that, we can see it will say compile successfully, and then we can see the code output in the browser. Okay. So you also do the npm start, enter. See what is happening. npm start. It will show you React server is starting something. See, it says compile successfully. For you, hopefully browser should open automatically. Yes. For everyone, browser open. Okay. Browser open directly. Once compilation success happen, browser will open. Look at here. In case browser is not open, it is saying like you can run your project on http://localhost:3000 port number. If you remember the live server, which port number it used to run? 5500. Okay. This is running on different port number. Correct? Cool. So I will also go to the browser and I will try to run my project. Localhost 3000 port number. People ask in interview how to change the port number. I will guide you. Maybe 1 or 2 plus. Let's attend. I'll guide you how to change the port number. My page will be coming little different because I have modified one file. Because of that says welcome React, and for you it should load the React welcome page. Default page is coming. React logo and other things comes. Hope running for everyone. Hmm? Hmm. Okay. Next, we have to understand where is this code. The output is coming in your screen. Output is coming in my screen. Both the files are same only. Just I have modified just now to my file. Okay, so we will see where is the file, how it is loading, how it is coming in the browser. If you want to modify, how we can modify and everything. Okay, so this is your live server. Don't close this. Okay, let it run always. Now I will suggest you should open one more CMD here under your project folder. Under the project one folder, open one more CMD. Under the project one folder, open one more CMD. So clear. You can write here code space dot enter. That. Maybe we can suggest him for evening today. CMD you have written inside we wrote code space dot VS code will load here. Let it load. Now hope everyone has the VS code Visual Studio. This is the file, welcome file you can close, and you can see here node modules. It has a lot of many hundred folders will be there if you click on that. This is what we have set up. It is a development environment. So inside there will be huge files and folder. So that should not make you confused. Okay, once the final project will be ready, once the final product it will create, final project, that code will be very small. So node modules hold the list of library. Whichever the library is required to develop the project is required. People ask in interview, what is the structure of, what is the folder structure of, which one? React. Inside the React, how the folder will be organized. So how many folders are there? Public folder, node modules folder, another one is called SRC folder. Public folder will hold some public data, maybe images, logos, some JSON file, some testing files will go to the public folder. Okay, node modules keep list of libraries. After that, SRC folder keep the list of files source code, that is the project source code. Okay, so under the SRC, only we are going to write the code and we are going to execute in the browser. Now go to your SRC package.json hold information what are the packages are installed and which package is stored in the which path in which folder under the node modules folder. Okay, package.json keep the information about all the packages, all the library that is installed in your system. Now come to SRC folder and click on app.js file. In SRC folder, you have app.js file. Click on that. Okay, hope you clicked on SRC. Now you can see in your file there is a huge code. In my file, even the function name is app only. In your system also function is app, in my system also. So you delete everything and just write this function. Delete all the code of app.js file, delete end to end, delete everything, write this function. Welcome here. Hope you wrote it. Just save the file. Automatically your page will get compiled and you will see the output will come in the browser. Save the file and go to the browser. Automatically browser will get reload because live server is running. Save the file, go to the browser. Automatically the page will get reload because the live server is running. It's running already here. You should not close this. Live server should keep running. We have opened another CMD. So hope it got changed in the browser. All welcome React. Okay. Okay. Now we will start discussing how React work, where we can write the code and where we can compile it. And the file you have written here, the file you have app.js file, you can see it's just like it's a function, right? It's like it's a function only, no? It is just like it's a function. Okay, hope no error. Let's go ahead. Now suppose if you remember in JavaScript, function we have written like this, function name, curly bracket, open and close. But in JavaScript, we have never written directly HTML without double quote. There we used to write HTML inside double quote, assign in a variable. But here directly HTML code is written. Okay. So it is not direct JavaScript code. Okay, what you are writing as it now, it is not JavaScript directly. It's called a JSX. 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 JavaScript and XML. Okay, here it is going to work on the formula of XML formula, where HTML will be there, JavaScript will be there, both will be together inside the JavaScript directly. You don't have to write double quote, single quote here and there. Okay. Now we will do some changes here, and after that we'll face the problem. We will understand some possibility, and then we will make a note of the rule regulation of JSX. JSX, when we are going to write the Java React.js code, we have to write the HTML. See, JSX is nothing new. It is not something extra in there. What HTML code you remember, what JavaScript code you remember. It's the same thing, but based on some rule regulation, we have to write it. Okay. If you remember, in Bootstrap, we write column, we use column, but column always use inside the row. We use the row, but row always we inside the container. Container always use inside the body. Container will not work without bootstrap.css file, correct? So see, similar here in the React also, there is a just a small rule regulation. That rule regulation comes under the JSX rules. So first we will understand the JSX rule. What is the rule of the JSX? After understanding the rule regulation of JSX, we will write the JavaScript and HTML code together under the React, and it will work perfectly. Okay. So you will not feel like why I am writing like this. You will write like that, but before that you will be understand the rule and regulation. Okay, let's go. One tag we have written, there is no problem, it is working properly. You can see in the browser here, right? Now suppose if I go here and I write one more tag. Okay, suppose I'll write one more tag called paragraph. You can also write. Okay, hello from para1. Save the file, look into the browser, you will find such a big error is coming. Okay, error is coming. So when H1 was there, no problem. As soon as paragraph came, problem happened. This type of problem we have never seen in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Multiple tags we were writing one after other. But now JSX is saying like, no, you cannot write like that. You write H1, H2, H3 paragraph division, no problem at all. But while writing, you have to remember some rule and regulation. Okay, what is the rule regulation? You remember one H1 was there, only H1 was there, it was working well. But once you added the paragraph, error happened. Let's add one more paragraph for division. Come down. Okay. Paragraph only you add here. Okay. Hello from paragraph. Save it. Save it. Okay. Now see, when you have written the H1 is working, paragraph once you have added error came. This is happening because J6 rule regulation says right, if inside one function, if you have only one tag, inside a function, if you have only one tag, no problem, you can use directly. But inside one function, if you have multiple tags, inside one function, if you have multiple tags, you must have to make, you must have to keep this all the tags inside a parent tag. Okay. Now paragraph is there, H1 is there. The rule says if inside a function only one element is exist, no problem, you can use in your own way, no issue at all. But as soon as if you have more than one element, it should not be without parent. It must be inside a parent tag. So what we will do, we will open any parent tag, any existing HTML tag will open. Suppose we'll open the div here, div open, and div will close in the last, div open, div open, and div should get closed in the last. After that, save the file and check once. Error? No error. Okay. No error. You can see successfully page is loading. So what we understood? We understood like inside the React, JSX is not big deal. It is simple only. Just we have to remember while writing the HTML tags, while writing the JavaScript functions, we will not leave the tag independently. We will keep the tag inside a parent tag. Even in that also we'll remember if we have only one tag in one function, no problem, you can use directly. But as soon as the number of tags will get increased, it must be inside a parent tag. Okay, that is the first rule of JSX. First rule of JSX. Anyone error? Anyone error or no error? Hope no error. Okay. We will write the rule regulation of JSX. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so hope working. Now let us go. JSX is like JSX is based on XML rules. JSX is like suppose the scenario is you have more than one element, so you have kept inside a parent tag. So from here onwards, we will remember whenever we will work on React, and if you are using the multiple component, if you are using the inside one page, if you have a function inside the function, if you have multiple tags, you should never do that mistake that without any kind of parent element, you should never keep. Okay, keep a parent element, division, paragraph, anything you keep, but keep inside the parent element. Okay, now when you are deciding a parent element, that time also you have to remember. Okay, when you are creating a parent element, you have to remember. Now, suppose bucket, we cannot put inside the mug. Clear or not? Mug, multiple mugs can go inside the bucket, but bucket never go inside the mug. So division is like the bucket, where paragraph is a mug. Okay, so that mistake will not do. Okay, else what will happen in future? Else what will happen in future? Okay, in future you will face the problem. Your page performance will be slow. Now let us see. Is it possible that instead of a predefined tag, suppose I have used here division, I can use other tag also, college section. We can keep here the section tag. Section tag. It will work because section tag is a bigger tag, division is a bigger tag, article is a bigger tag. Okay, those are the big capacity tag. Okay, but paragraph is a small capacity tag. Okay, so you should not do that with that much understanding you have already. Okay, now here my question is like we have used now section tag. Is it possible that we can ignore the predefined tags and the parent tag we can keep as a user defined tag? So suppose section you have written, it's working, it's a predefined tag. JSX rule come from the XML. XML says like you can create your own tag. You can create your own tag. XML itself called extensible markup language. You can create your own tag. So what we have is we are under the React of JSX. So JSX is following the rule of XML, so that it is not necessary that parent tag will be as a predefined tag only. Parent tag can be user defined tag also. Okay, so suppose I went here and I wrote here called ABC, and below also I modify as a ABC. You also do the changes, save the file, look into the browser, is it there or not? Hope working? So the parent tag can be user defined as well as predefined, right? Parent tag can be user defined tag also, and parent tag can be predefined tag also. Even it is not necessary the parent tag can be user defined and predefined. It can be an empty tag also. Let's go here and follow this and save it. Check is it working or not. Working? So we got how many rules? 3 rules came in mind. Inside a function, if more than one element is exist, then we can use the parent tag. Second option says like the parent tag is not necessary, it will be only predefined. It can be user defined also. The third option says like it is not necessary that parent tag can be user defined and predefined. It can be empty also. Okay. One more rule you have, it's not in use, but you can follow that in case people ask an interview, it will increase the length of your answer. Okay, but people will not use in the market, even you are not going to use. What is that? You remember the array, square bracket, open the square bracket and close the square bracket. Square bracket open, square bracket close. Error is coming, but we created the array and we forget the rule regulation of the array. Inside the array, we can keep the under the square bracket, whatever you keep, it's called as a element. Right now, see here how many tags you have. 3 tags. First tag is the first element, second tag is the second element, third tag is the last element. So after every element we put the comma. You also keep here the comma, it will work perfectly. Right? No problem. It's work well. Now how many rules are in your mind? 4. The first rule, if inside a function multiple elements are there, we have to keep inside a parent tag. Second one, parent tag can be user defined. Third, parent tag can be empty. The fourth, parent tag can be a square bracket also as an array. But if it is an array, then after every element there must be a comma compulsory. Okay. So we remember that. Now related to this, we are going to make a small note under the developer guide. Okay? In developer guide, we'll write how to set up the React, how to install it, how to start it, what is the JSX, what is the rule regulation of JSX. Okay. And now in React, you are not going to call it a function. In the term of JavaScript, we call it a function, if you remember. In the term of JavaScript, we call it a function. Okay. In the term of React, it is not a function. It is called a component. In the term of React, it's called a component. So what is the component now? If anyone asks what is the component, it is a function of JavaScript that holds the piece of the code. That code will be the combination of HTML and JavaScript together. Okay. Now, what is the function? The function is the function in JavaScript, what we write. But in case people ask what is the component in React, then we can say component is a function of JavaScript. It holds the piece of the codes that consist HTML code as well as JavaScript code. That is called a component. Okay. In case the people ask, can we use the component again and again? Yes, function we were using again and again. Similar way, we can call the same function 10 times. App is what? App is a function, right? App is a function here, but function is not going to call it a function under the React. It is going to call it a component. And that component is a function, and function we can call n number of times. Then the word will come, React give a component reusability. Okay, if you read on internet, theory, video and all, people say React give a component reusability. So what is the reusability? Don't go on very high-fi words. First come, what is the component? Component is a function. And we have already experienced one function we can use many times. That's become a reusability. So indirectly we are saying function reusability. Can we call the function multiple times? Yes, definitely we can call. So function only call it a component here under the React. So because of that, it's called a React give a component reusability. Means write once and call many times. It will give the output. Okay. We are going to implement that reusability again. Okay. Hmm. I will guide you. I'll guide you. Export import is there. I will guide you. Okay. So first we will not go randomly. We will go in the sequence. JSX will understand. Setup and all will make a note. We'll understand the rule of the JSX. Then we'll come again to this file. Then we'll see it is written here where it is calling, how it is calling. If you create your own file, how to call it. Okay. Okay. Go ahead then. If anyone say React give component reusability, that word should not be surprising word for you. Why? Because you know already JavaScript, and in JavaScript we call the function again and again, correct? So that is called as a reusability. The function become as a component here. Definitely component will become reusable. It's called as a reusability. Okay. Okay. So come to the file now. In your folder, React folder, out of the project one folder, create a text file. Create a text file, give the text file name Collagen developer guide. Developer guide. Developer guide, okay. Okay, so hope your developer guide is ready. Come inside. How to set up the this one? You need to write this two line. How to set up. Number one, first point, install the run in CMD. Run in CMD. How to set up? Run in CMD. npm install -g. This is just project is set up. After that, next what we will do? Open CMD in project 1 folder. Project folder. Open CMD in project folder. After that, npm start. npm start. This is for what purpose? To compile the source code. 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 Now after that, come down below, run the project on http://localhost:1234 3000 default port number. Okay, so hope setup is done. Now come to the next called component. 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 What it represent? Simple. I will not follow the internet definition. According to what we are using, I will write here. It is a function of JavaScript. It is a function of JavaScript that includes HTML codes and JavaScript codes. That includes the HTML codes and JavaScript codes. Called codes as JSX. Okay, when we combine the HTML code and JavaScript code inside the component, it's called as a what? JSX. As JSX. Okay. Now then we can write here the JavaScript function can be reused. Okay, the JavaScript functions can be reused, we can say, can be reused. So it called component reusability. Component reusability. Okay, It is a function of JavaScript that include HTML codes and JavaScript code as JSX. The functions, the JavaScript function can be reused, so it's called as a component reusability. Component is of how many types? We can write here type of components. Type of component. One is called function based. That is called functional. FUNCTIONL, functional. Another one is called class based. Class based. That is called class component. Functional component. Functional component. And second is called class based. That is called a class component. Hope you are writing. Okay. Okay, hope written. Class and function based. So how many type of function? Two type of function. One is based on class, another one is based on function. Right? Now come down. If you remember a word in HTML is called as a tag, in JavaScript is called, in CSS is called as a selector, in JavaScript is called as a element. That is called HTML tags. Now look at here. Inside this file, we have used called H1 paragraph. Here earlier it was as a division. So what you can say, suppose if I go to my this file and if I put here, let me convert. Suppose I just control J to section tag. So in this you can see H1 is the tag, paragraph is the tag, paragraph is the tag, section is the tag. Okay, but in the term of JavaScript, H1 will be called as a element, paragraph will be called as a element, section will be called as a element. But now JavaScript is not only JavaScript. JavaScript is going to come with the XML, that is called as a JSX. Okay, so you cannot call simply as a element. You have to call it a JSX element. Okay, which one? All the HTML tags are going to call as a JSX element. Okay, it can be parent JSX element or it can be child JSX element. Okay, then now you can see in this file how many JSX element? Total 4 JSX element. Whereas H1 paragraph and paragraph is the child JSX element and section is the parent JSX element. Okay, come there into the developer guide. We will write here called JSX. JSX. Okay, you can call it a JavaScript and XML. Why is people call it a JavaScript and XML? Because JavaScript was as usual. Now HTML is coming along with the HTML is going to come with JavaScript. And while writing the HTML, you have seen today, you are able to use the predefined tag also. You are able to use the user defined tag also. You are able to use the which one? empty tag also, correct? So empty tag, user defined tag, it is not from the HTML, it is not from the React, it's from where? XML. Okay, so it's called because of that it's called what? JavaScript and XML. JavaScript is there, along with that HTML is going to come, but HTML cannot be independently all. HTML must follow the rules of the HTML, okay, XML, and we are able to create our own tag, correct? So that is called a rule of the XML tag, correct? Rule of the XML, because of that is called what? JSX. JavaScript and XML. In case people ask why you call it JavaScript and XML, why can't something else? Then we can say JavaScript code is there, no doubt in that. HTML code is also there, but HTML code and HTML codes are the predefined tag. And along with that, a rule of XML is going to come. A rule of the XML says like you can create your own tag also. HTML I am writing anyhow. HTML should be there. JavaScript is there, but based on rule of the XML. Because of that is called the JavaScript and XML. Next, JSX come from where? JSX come from where? JSX come from the JavaScript plus HTML tags will be there plus XML rules will be there. Rule regulation from where? XML. XML says like you can create your own tag. No problem. Okay. So we are able to create our own tag, and we are able to see that. Okay, go ahead next. Come down below. Now write the rule of the JSX. JSX rules. The first one. If inside a component, if inside a component, so what is the component here? Here component is nothing but function. Yes. Here component is nothing but function. Okay, ready? Let's go next. So, if inside a component more than one JSX elements are required, if in a component more than one JSX elements are required, then follow the parent JSX element. Then follow the parent JSX element. Follow the parent JSX element. For example, if I go here and copy these lines and paste here, it's not bad. Should be correct only. See, whoever will have login and log out, kind of activity due to some urgent work. If you log out in between, don't ask, I want to re-attend the class. I'm covering in the very smooth manner and very sequentially. Keep other work in the lower priority. Attend the class regular. Don't log out in between. There are 22 people was there, now 19 are there. That meaning how many log out? 3 is log out, okay? Whoever will log out, let's see him tomorrow. It will be like it's a surprise only. Which one? I'm telling honestly. React will be just like it's a surprise. It will come like cool air and go. You will not understand where it came and where went. Okay, it will not attend regular. So make sure attend regular classes. Whoever has log out, he did a mistake. Okay, go ahead. Next, after that, so if you have written more than one JSX element, it should look like this. Come the second one. Second one. Write the second one. If inside a component more than one JSX element is required, then the parent JSX element can be user defined also. Can be user defined also. For example, is here like ABC open and ABC as a close. Save it. Hope written. How many rules? 2 we have written. We'll write the third also. Copy this. Paste just below. Third one. Third says like if inside a component more than one JSX element is required, then the parent JSX element can be which one? Empty tag also. Empty tag also. ABC empty tag open. Empty tag open. Okay, hope ready. Written, copy the same, paste in the fourth point. If inside a component more than one JSX element is required, then the parent JSX element can be array also. Suppose we started a square bracket, we close the square bracket, then comma is required everywhere. Last comma is optional. Don't forget to okay, hope ready. Now, so this JSX hope will not forget. It's a simple only, not difficult. So how many people are available in Bangalore? Reply in the chat and you are looking for job. The people who are available in the Bangalore and looking for job. In the chat say yes. Who are available in Bangalore and looking for job? Say yes in the chat. Okay, so many are there. Cool. Next work is on Saturday. This Saturday that you are going to come for class tomorrow anyhow. So tomorrow we will give you the address of the company. Okay, you need to go there on Saturday. Same day interview is not there. Okay, same day they will take your details. They will ask you to register in their portal. Their company presentation will happen. Okay, they have nearly 200-300 openings. So in that company, our 3 senior people are working. Like my student only 2012, 13, 15, they have learned from me. They are manager there. So they have convinced the HR, take bulk people from Info Campus, fresher experience all. So other people will also come there, but you need to go there, and after going over there, carry your resume also. If they ask to give the resume, give them. Attend the presentation, and they will give the website to register. They will give some option to register over there. Register that. Interview will happen online. Yes, interview will happen online, but they want to see in the office once. Okay, just to avoid the fake people. Okay, they want to see in the office once, and after that daily 10 people interview will happen. Interview team and their recruitment team sit in the Canada. Okay, so from there they will attend the daily calls for 10 people. Okay, and in that our students will be there as a manager, so he will give higher priority to our people. Okay, so but term condition is only one: Saturday we need to go there. So today everyone, entire batch list will go there. So Saturday compulsory you have to go there and make your present and then come back. Okay, next after that, again the team will follow you or maybe they will follow you. Okay. Okay. Why I am suggesting to go? Because there may be a lot of people will come, but the key point is the people who are going to take interview, they are our students. Okay. They have 7-8 year experience now. They are manager over there. So they have initiated saying like, it is my chance to give opportunity to Info Campus people. If the people will come, then I can help them. If the people will not come, I cannot help them. So both the two person are there, both has come here last week. Okay, with the one more person. Then I convince him, I said, just send the people first. Once the people will come, we will understand, yes, this many people are there. Accordingly, we'll plan how we can do. Okay. And if you'll go there, then they will let us know how many people has come from the campus. So you need to go there and then attend it. Is MNC company salary, they will start from 5 lakh. Okay, their HR has called me 3-4 times. Okay. I asked her, what is your starting salary? She asked like what, how much the company you are sending, they are starting. I said between 4 to 6. She said, our starting is from the 5 directly. Not even for a starting, from 5 for the freshers. Okay, they will not mind on your education. Education, I don't know what is that, but they have opening for Java, Python. They will hire the people and they'll train again on different technology according to the need. UI people, all developer openings are there, 200, 300. Okay, so I hope you will be attending over there, right? Tomorrow I'll give you the details. We'll ask them to email you. Okay, or bulk in the WhatsApp only will email it. We'll send you the location, you can go over there. Even in that, I'm sending one of my family members. So because there is a chance to be. Okay, I don't know what will happen there. Like whether a lot of people are coming or how much is coming, I don't know. But internal point is, if you go and present yourself, then what will happen? You are not going to present, just you need to be present over there. Yes, I came here. Okay, they will make a note. Yes, this particular person has come, and those person will be going for the next level of interview. Okay, earlier plan was for them to take the interview same day, but again they said like in case the number of people are more, we cannot manage in one day. So we will take the everyone details, and next day onwards we'll start 10 people in one group and we'll take the interviews. So you have to go over there, keep it in mind. Okay. Today I will ask the Kirtana to send all the people list, your batch, everyone. Next batch also, next batch also. Nearly 100 people I have committed them. I will send you 100 people. Okay. Reason is what, if you are going and if you are attending, who knows when good opportunity will come. We don't know. Right. Okay. 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 And other things to force you, because the person who will take the interview panel is our people. Okay, in his mind also, in his the way of writing the code is follow my formula only, because he has learned from me 14 or 13, I don't know which year he learned. Okay. Rajpal, his name is Rajpal, one person and one more person, both are there. Okay. Okay then, so JSX we have done it, right? JSX is ready till here. Now after that what will be the next step? Next step will be, we will work on component. Okay, component. Like tomorrow, once we log in, we will not start directly from the component. I will design a very good photo. That photo will explain you how React work. Okay, how the node modules will interact with the SRC. Inside the SRC, when you are creating the multiple files, as of now you have one function, right? How you are going to connect multiple components together, how the browser will deal with the React, how the user will deal with the React. Okay? So that flow we will understand. Okay, it is half an hour. Half an hour it take for me to design that photos. Okay, I have many photo, but I will design again and again. So that photo will take half an hour to design, 20 minutes nearly, and after that you will understand completely. In your eyes, one milestone will come. Oh, I am here. I need to call here. I am here. I need to call here. Okay, completely flow will come in mind. After that, we'll start creating the pages and we'll start linking and step by step. Okay. Okay, then we will leave today and we'll see you tomorrow. Attend regular. If you are attending regular, then definitely you will be well convinced. But in case if you are absent, video will not help you better. Same video you can watch from internet also, but that time expression will be different. Okay, so video is there, same video will come in there, you can have a look from there also, but important to have you attend the class, important to attend the class. Okay.